Let me start with something that hit me hard. I always pictured retiring at 60. I'd put in the years, shown up every day, kept things steady, paid the bills on time, put away what I could. It felt like the plan was solid. But when 60 came knocking, I opened the door and stared at a nightmare. I couldn't afford to walk away. The bills were still waiting. The savings, not nearly enough. And those cracks in the foundation I'd built so carefully, I hadn't even seen them coming. The real kicker? I didn't just lose money along the way. I lost pieces of myself I can never get back. Stick with me. This isn't just my story. It's a warning for anyone who's ever thought, I'll figure it out later. Look, I'm 59 now, and I've walked a path that's way too common for folks like us in America. You know the drill. Decades grinding away, staying loyal to a job, doing what you're supposed to do. A steady gig that promised you'd be okay. A life that felt secure enough. But here's the truth. Stability doesn't always deliver freedom. And I'm not alone in this. Teachers pushing papers into their 60s. Nurses on their feet longer than they should be. Office workers staring at screens when they could be staring at sunsets. People who played by the rules, yet here they are, scared stiff about what's next. According to the Transamerica Center for Retirement Studies 2025 survey, more than half of retirees, 53%, indicate Social Security will be their primary source of income throughout retirement. That's not living the dream. That's hanging on by a thread. Pause for a second. Does any of this ring a bell in your own life? Drop a comment with "Me too" if it does. Let's see we're not alone. I kicked off my working life right after high school. No fancy college degree, no wild ambitions of striking it rich or becoming famous. Just a solid job that paid the bills and let me build a life. It was nothing glamorous. Blue-collar shifts, punching in and out, putting in the hours. But it was reliable. And back then, reliable felt like enough. The days started blending together pretty quick. Wake up at dawn, coffee on the run, head to work. Afternoons turned into evenings. Weekends were for chores, or maybe a barbecue with the neighbors if I was lucky. I got married young, had kids who brought joy and chaos in equal measure. We paid the mortgage, kept food on the table, took modest vacations to the lake or a nearby beach. Life wasn't perfect, but it was normal. And normal can fool you. In all those years, I didn't spot the little things slipping away. A kid's soccer game I missed because of overtime. A hobby like fishing I let fall by the wayside because I was too wiped out. Evenings crashing on the couch, too tired to talk or laugh with my family. It wasn't dramatic, just a slow fade. Raises came here and there, small bumps that felt like wins at the time. Savings? I put away what I could, but it never felt urgent. Retirement was always somewhere out there. According to Nationwide's 2024 Protected Retirement Survey, over 80% of Gen X and Boomers regret not starting to save sooner. I was one of them. I just didn't know it yet. When everything feels steady, you stop questioning. You assume the path will lead to a soft landing. But steady doesn't mean safe. It just means the boat isn't rocking until it starts sinking under its own weight. Then it hit me, like a freight train. On one ordinary day, I asked myself a simple question. What if I stopped working tomorrow? Could I? I opened my bank app, and the numbers stared back at me. Savings that once looked fine suddenly weren't. The retirement fund I'd chipped away at for years, thinner than I ever admitted. Time doesn't fix money mistakes. It magnifies them, like a snowball rolling downhill, getting heavier, faster, harder to stop. And worse than the money, I realized I'd already paid a price I could never get refunded. The life I let slip by while chasing the illusion of security. That's when I understood something most people never talk about. The cost isn't just financial. It's personal. The 5 hidden costs of working past 60. Working past 60 isn't just about a paycheck. It's about what it quietly takes from you, piece by piece. Cost number 1. The physical toll that builds slowly. Your body isn't the machine it was at 30 or 40. Aches that started as small annoyances turn into daily negotiations. My back had been warning me for years. I ignored it. Sleep stopped doing its job. You wake up tired, push through anyway, and the cycle repeats. Employer healthcare costs are projected to rise sharply in the coming years. Those ignored pains, they don't disappear. They turn into bills. Cost number 2. The mental exhaustion that clouds everything. Decisions feel heavier. Focus slips. Patience thins out. That low-level stress, it becomes constant. I snapped at small things, forgot details I used to remember easily. It wasn't just age. It was years without real rest. Burnout doesn't announce itself loudly. It settles in quietly and stays. Cost number 3. The social losses you don't see coming. This one hurt the most. Family gatherings skipped, friends retiring, traveling, laughing. While I was still clocking in. My kids grew up with a dad who was present, but not always there. You tell yourself you'll make it up later. Later rarely comes. Cost number 4. The emotional weight that accumulates. Guilt, resentment, that quiet sadness you don't talk about. The late-night questions. What if I had saved earlier? What if I had said no more often? Those thoughts don't fade with time. They wait for silence. Cost number 5. The opportunity cost of lost freedom. Every year past 60 is time you don't get back. Hobbies disappear. Dreams shrink. You tell yourself it's temporary, but temporary has a way of becoming permanent. Inflation rises, expenses rise, and suddenly you're not working for fulfillment, you're working to survive. These costs don't scream, they whisper, until they're impossible to ignore. If I had understood these costs sooner, I would have shifted gears, saved differently, set boundaries. That's why I'm telling you this, so you don't learn it the hard way. 4 lessons to act on. Lesson 1. Stability isn't security. A steady job can hide real risk. One health scare, one layoff, and it cracks. Don't rely on one income. Lesson 2. Time doesn't fix financial gaps. Delays don't disappear, they compound. The longer you wait, the heavier the correction becomes. Lesson 3. Hidden costs add up. Health, relationships, joy. They erode quietly. Schedule life before work schedules it for you. Lesson 4. Working past 60 has a price, but it can be reduced. Boundaries matter. Buffers matter. Planning matters. These aren't hacks, they're course corrections. I can't reclaim the years I worked past 60. The aches, the missed moments, the quiet regrets. But you still can. Notice the costs now. Protect your time. Build space before life takes it for you. Because retirement isn't just about money. It's about the life you get to live. Choose one change. Start today. Your future self is listening.